When you buy a bolt, you pick a size, check a price, and then place the order. But when you buy a forging, a part that carries real load and holds your customer's machine together, are you still buying it in the same way? Hi, I am Rahul Agarwal, Managing Director at Prestech Forgings and Engineering Private Limited. Today, I want to share one mindset shift that will surprise you, give you with fewer surprises, fewer midnight calls, and parts that run cleanly from day one. You have cost targets that never go away, line stop penalties that make your stomach drop, customers who will not forgive a late delivery no matter how good your explanation is. What you exactly want is simple parts that are right the first time, a process that is stable and predictable, and a calm cool on a Friday evening. The question is, how do you get there? Here is why even experienced teams still get surprised. We source to the drawing, not the price, but we run into the process. A forging is not a simple commodity, it is a chain of decisions: material, grain flow, die design, heat treatment, machining sequence, and even how the part is packed for a long sea voyage. Even one of those decisions creates either risk or reliability. Most launchers problem are not born on the shop floor, they are born at the RFQ when the wrong questions were never asked. Here is some uncomfortable but completely true. A perfect drawing and the lowest price do not guarantee a successful program. 80% of the cost and risk is logged in before the very first part is made. It is logged in by the way the process is designed from the very beginning. A 50% saving per part means nothing if it creates rework, air freight, or a line stopping. Total program cost is driven by stability, not by the number on the RFQ. Here is a simple framework I call engineer. Think sourcing. 5 steps that change what you get in return. Step 1. Share the intent before the drawing. Tell your supplier what the pass must actually do. What load does it carry? Where can failure absolutely not happen? When a supplier understands the function, every process decision they make becomes better. Step 2. Ask for the forging strategy, not just the code. Ask which direction the grain will flow, what press will it be used, what is the heat treatment route, and the expected distortion after it. If they cannot explain it simply, they have not thought it through clearly enough. Step 3. Build a variation plan for the 5 features that matters most. Pick the 5 critical features that truly decides whether the part performs or fails. Then ask one simple question for each. How will you keep this stable day after day, shift after shift? Step 4. Run the pilot exactly like real production, final tools, full heat treatment, final packaging. Production speed. Then ship the pilot exactly like a real shipment. When it arrives, check for ovality, rust, nicks, and thread damage. What survives the pilot shipment will survive the production. Step 5. Set up a shared risk list on day 1. Write down together what could go wrong, who watches each risk, and what the early warning signals looks like. Then agree on a 15-minute weekly call. No presentations, just 3 things: plan versus actual, top issues, and the next actions. Before your next RFQ, ask yourself 3 honest questions. What is the most likely distortion after heat treatment, and how will the supplier control it? Which 5 features matter most, and how will they be measured every day in production? And will the pilot be run and shipped exactly like the real production? Then look back at your last 3 quality issues where the price problems are thinking of. What is one silent risk that surprised you in a forging program, even when the drawing was correct? Share it in the comments. Your experience might save someone else's launch. Thank you, and see you in my next video.